Hey everyone, this is the Y62 Patrol roof rack installation video. We've got the Roller Titan tray and the ridge mount to install, but other roof racks are going to have similar instructions and this information could be useful. Take all the caps off, which just pluck it off with a flat blade screwdriver, and you'll find these little caps there. Philip said, just zip them out and then clean it all up. We've got all the caps off, all the screws out, and see we've cleaned it and let it dry. It was pretty clean anyway because it's a fairly new vehicle, but they're all beautiful. Now we've got to get the little patches, stick-on butyl patches. I think we're going to stick those in position, and I'm going to put a bit of sealant on the threads as well because I really don't want anything going in past those threads, because once water gets into cars and runs places, electronics and stuff, equals problems. But we'll do a test fit first, actually. Right, so whatever you do, don't just put your rail on the roof on the paintwork like that. I'm just doing that to show you what not to do. Put a blanket up there or something, whatever. But look, there's two of us here and we're just gently sat there. It'll be fine. Just relax, all right? It's just a car. Anyway, we've put the butyl patches there, and I've put a bit of RTV silicone windscreen sealant type product. I can show you that one. I'm not saying it's the right one for the job, but the right thing for the job can be hard to buy, so it'll do. We mainly want to seal up the threads down there with that, so that anything that gets past the head of the bolt, past here, past the head of the bolt, somehow down the thread, which would be minimal. Most of the water is going to be around this area, where that's why the patches are going to be on the bottom of this there, sealing that up. It's a bit hard to get your head around, just trust me. And there's this special roller cut-off Allen key. Now you can't buy this roller cut-off Allen key, you've got to make it yourself. Now you don't have to do that, but it'll make it a lot easier if you do. But then I'm not sure about on the Patrol. Now we've got these bolts ready to go. What do you say? These are the 20 mil with the washers. We've got a bunch of them here. Oh look, this one's even sat on plastic. Who did that? Beautiful. All right, we're going to sit this in position. We've got to turn off the camera for that, and we're going to put the bolts in and hopefully tighten them down. All right, so I've just got this front one started, so that's just loosely. We want to get them all started before we tighten any of them down. Once they're all started, I don't see any reason why we can't then tighten them all down, other than access problems, because as you can see, they can be difficult. There's some holes up here, but sometimes they're on a bit of an angle, and depends which roof rack. That's why these cut off ones, in this case right here, it doesn't look like you need a cut off one. That's more the Prado one, I think. But I just thought I'd grab it out in case we need it. So we managed to get all bar this rear one started. That's proving to be really difficult. You just got to keep it nice and straight. I'd really rather start it by hand. There's a bit of access there. Just got to rest the fingers for a bit, but I just want to warn everyone, should be pretty straightforward, but it's not always. So we'll keep persisting. This is the sealant I'm using. Thanks, Adam. And the Allen key cut down, you don't need it for the Patrol one. It's actually too short, and this end will scratch the paintwork. Use the Allen key with the ball to bring the bolts all the way down, and then a normal Allen key to tighten them up. I've actually got to hold it up so it doesn't make contact. So you can use your long ball one, but they tend to jam up a little bit, being on an angle. So I'll finish it off with a standard 6mm. Another hot tip, what I do after we stick the patches on, stick the flat blade in and just elongate the holes around. See how it's rounded out the hole a little bit? Just helps get that butyl out of the way of things so it doesn't end up in the threads putting the bolts in. Much better idea, that one. Beautiful. Now on this one, they're a little bit difficult to get these things started, but you get there in the end. I just want to point out a bit of a powder coating imperfection, kind of not the best there. These are Australian made, stainless steel, powder coated here is my understanding. And yeah, there's a little bit on the outside here that you're going to see, hard to show in the light. But I just wanted to show, yeah, not 100%. This is going to get covered up. I'm not too worried about it, but it's not a perfect product, and I think it will need a discount. See that? All right, so we tightened up all the 6 bolts each side, hardware for the ridge mount. Then we got these rear plates. There's one with a stud and 2 studs on the other side. So 2 studs go facing downwards down under there. That's inside out, back to front view. It's all just finger tight at the moment. One nut and washer on the top, 1 bolt goes through, Then there's these flat plates. They sit between the ridge mount and the mounting bracket. So you just slide them in from underneath at the side. I'll show you in a minute. So they're just sort of loose sitting there. And you put your bolts down through. I think they were what were they the 20 or the 25s, these ones? Which 25s. One? Yeah, that's right. So these are 5mm longer and they're still quite short at the side here between this and all this. We haven't tightened them down yet. The head of the bolt's just touching the nylock, so it should be all right. That's this one. This one's got plenty of length in it. It's got about that much to go. So these plates, they slide in and out. I'm going to slide them inboard because then I'll see less of the edge. Once again, I'll show you in a minute once I get down. Then we just got to check all our alignments right. So just pick some slots, like for example here. Make sure it's even both sides. You can slide the roof rack back and forth before you tighten it if you want to prefer to put it forward or back, whether you want the weight to go towards the front or the back, whatever the case may be. This is where we're set up, that sort of distance at the moment. I'm going to keep it near where the ridge mount is, which the rack's near the back of it there. Just make sure all your alignment's happy, and then we're just going to tighten all these down. I believe 12 bolts, and we're done. So there it is, all done and dusted, all lined up. Rock solid, this thing, I'm telling you. Get up on it, jump up and down, whatever. I haven't been up on this one yet, but you can check out the videos on the 120 Prados. Well used, well tested, quality finish, strong, bada bing, bada boom, baby. That's the Roller Titan tray. Just make sure, take note in the instructions, if it's confusing, it says use the M6 bolts, insert the M6 bolts at some point, where they're all M8s. These are M8s, the ones underneath down there, they're all M8s. These ones are the 20mm ones, these are the 25mm ones. These are long enough now that they're tightened down, the heads have come through past the nylock, so there's no issue there. So the only issue is the powder coating issue, which will be a customer service related thing going on. And of course, yeah, the M6 is the wrong part in the instructions. The instructions are a bit vague for a lot of this. I don't see a video online about this. That's why I thought I'd put this one together between these two videos. You should easily be able to purchase this, get it together, but allow quite a few hours because it's just a bit slow and fiddly. And obviously we're yet to give it the final clean up. The car hasn't even been washed. I didn't clean under the roof or polish it like I normally do because I went, you know what, 12 bolts and you can lift the whole thing off. So once every year or two, give it a good clean and polish. Other than that, while the roof rack's there, nobody's going to see the dirt that's underneath it, so I don't really care. Let's go out there and use the vehicle. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.